Because it's metal, it's friction when it hits. Then it'll break or tear or make a sound too.
Dr. Kim, why does the engine make this sound?
That sound, I think there could be a lot of reasons. Of course, experts will be able to tell the difference accurately.
But I'm not a maintenance expert. But for a slightly similar reason, I think there could be about two things. First of all, when there is a problem with the timing chain, it makes a rattling noise. And another reason is the hydraulic tappet. The valve opens as the tappet presses. If there's a problem there, there's a gap. Then there could be a rattling sound. So I think it's one of those two. I think it's about the timing belt. Should I call it a timing chain? I think there will be a problem in that way. I felt that way as soon as I heard it.
What is the timing chain?
Let me explain this first. When we run the engine, it burns and goes from the piston to the crankshaft through the connecting rod. The crankshaft is designed to be complicated, not straight. There's an axis that goes around like this. There is a gear at the far end of this shaft, and the motive power is applied. Even if it works, it's not enough. The valve in the direction of the engine block head should be pressed and released by a person. The intake and exhaust valves need to be pressed. To make this work, we press the tappet, and if we do that, the thing called the cam presses, taking turns. That's the camshaft. If left alone, it doesn't work because it doesn't have the motive power. It needs to be pulled up and powered up. What would it take to pull this up? Something needs to be connected. You know the bicycle chain, right? It's in a similar way to that. This cog is made to go into the chain and rotate it. And the metals are connected in a chain shape. It's not good to stick the metal to the surface, so wrap it in a polymer called a chain guide. There's a part where iron meets, it wraps around it. The part where these chains are connected is metal, so when they hit, they become friction. So to protect this area, it sprays the lubricant over there. So it's lubricating, and this cog is spinning and delivering the drive.
So why is lubrication important to the timing chain?
In fact, with the rubber belt type, lubrication was absolutely unnecessary. But as the metal started to enter it in the form of a chain, isn't there a part where metal and metal are connected? There's a part where the metal interlocks and turns, the connection part. There's a lubricant in here. If it doesn't, it's going to wear and tear. It's going to break off later. That's why it must be lubricated. But how does it lubricate? It's not just putting it in the oil pan. There's a nozzle that sprays it thoroughly. It's attached to the chain. Spray it when it's working. It's also amazing how it's sprayed, because it shouldn't be sprayed over rubber. So with less spraying on the rubber, it should be sprayed only slightly on the metal part. The direction of such a nozzle, this is also one of the topics that is very studied. It's like that.
Lubrication is very important, but what happens if it doesn't work out?
To say that it doesn't lubricate well, that means the lubricant didn't spray well, right? That means the nozzle is clogged. The reason why this nozzle is clogged is because there's something like sludge. Then, in fact, and wear and friction occur. Then the second is that the temperature will rise when wear and friction start to occur. It goes up to a high temperature, and then I told you that there's a guide attached to it. This is a polymer type. They get heated together, so they become deformed. Then it'll break or tear. When the guide breaks the polymer, the metal is exposed. When the machine is running, there will be friction between the metals, then it can make a sound. As such an impact is applied, more wear can occur. Eventually, the binding power of this chain weakens. Then the tension decreases, or the chain also stretches. So actually, energy efficiency starts to decrease. The drive must be accurate because it needs to deliver rotational force and drive it so that the valve is opened at the exact timing. It's because of the lack of tension, and it starts to cause problems. Eventually, when the chain is broken later, the valve stops moving. If the camshaft doesn't work, the engine will stop. Various situations like that can happen.
Then how should we manage the timing chain?
Actually, if I were to take care of it, the timing chain is inside the engine. It doesn't mean it's inside the engine combustion chamber. It's hanging from the outside where the block is. The engines that are being built these days are covered with something, right? We can't see that. So it's really hard to manage. It's best to use the lubricant cleanly. As I said, it starts with the nozzle clogging. So actually, we need to make sure that there's less sludge and things like that. To do that, more than anything else, it would be very good to change it according to the recommended oil change cycle. In the case of diesel engines, it is necessary to manage less soot, and then if those things happen, make the engine clean by engine flushing or other means. It is necessary to manage the engine like that. And as you said earlier, when you start to hear such a strange noise, it means you have a problem. In that case, it's better to repair the car quickly.
Are there any signs that the driver can recognize?
When the tension of the timing chain decreases, as I said before, a strange noise occurs. Please listen sensitively to such things. But it's actually not easy to notice it other than noise. Maintenance. I think it's best to maintain the car thoroughly. I think it'll be good to develop something like that. For example, the tension here has increased. I think it'd be great if sensors and things like this could tell you these things.
There have no sensors?
Wouldn't it be in luxury cars? I don't know. I don't ride a luxury car. Director, do you have one?
No, I don't.
No one has that?